Give us the big finale, Raichu!
What is going on, APDL? Season X. Season 10. Now, we have a super sweet game here against a really good coach. You may know him. He's been in the league for a while. JKkayy, Josh, great guy. Anyways, our matches that we always have against each other are super good, so I'm very stoked to get right into this. So let's not waste any time. First game of the season, let's hop into the team comparison. So right off the bat, we're looking here. We got our squad here. Didn't do a draft review video because you know what? This season's a little different. We're having Team Rocket theme happening, so there's going to be a lot of steals. But essentially, just to give a quick breakdown, I know everybody's kind of, done the breakdown, but we got to do it. Everybody gets a partner Pokemon that they drafted in the first round, and after that, well, you draft randomly from packs, and you get a group of 3 from each of these packs that you draft. And so the rest are just kind of like mishmash. And depending upon whether you win or lose, you can have Pokemon stolen from you when you bring them. So I'll just quickly go through what we have against what the Goldenrod Radio Rockets have. So our partner Pokemon is Maushold. Thought that thing was awesome. We have Samurott, Cramorant, Dodrio. Iffy pack. Iffy pack. Then we have Claydol, Manectric, Togedemaru. Again, iffy pack. Figured that we could try and get some lightning rod action to balance out the water weaknesses and the flying. So we got 2 and a ground type. Wishes answered a little too successfully. And lastly, to round off, we got the Lapras, Tauros, and Hitmonchan. But if we look to the Goldenrod Radio Rockets, their partner Pokemon of Tentacruel, super bulky, deceptively good, very good stats, nice pickup. Avalugg, Ampharos, Rotom. I was very scared of Rotom, as the strat that I'm pulling this week, I didn't really appreciate that. They also have Nidoqueen, Stantler, and Jumpluff. Love Jumpluff. That thing is basically discount Whimsicott, so you gotta love a fast grass type. And last, you have your Dunsparce, Sawsbuck, and Squawkabilly. So looking at the teams here, you can tell this is a different format already, because looking at the 2 teams, they look pretty bad. My team looks like it's trying to do Rain Dance a little too hard, and his team just looks like he loves normal types or something. So I don't know. We're gonna hop in. Essentially, we'll take a look at the team builder here. If you want to skip ahead to the game, I'll put a little timestamp in the video so you can skip ahead, but won't be that long anyway. So let's hop right in. So the first Pokemon we're bringing this week is our partner Maushold. Now we're doing some standard stuff here, going for that max speed, max attack, since this thing has base 111 speed, so it just outright outspeeds every single mon on his team, and we're ensuring that by pouring everything into speed, aside from a choice scarf. But this thing will be faster, so we slapped on a choice band. Maxing out that attack, we have Population Bomb, which, mind you, we're doing some calcs here. Even max defense, max HP Tentacruel, this thing just eats through it. The only problem we'll have is maybe against Avalugg, and I know he's probably going to try and run Rocky Helmet against Population Bomb. It's it's kind of the counter, but anyways, this thing smacks hard. We have Bite for Rotom, Low Kick for Avalugg, and all the other normal types that hate that move, and U-turn just to swap out and get a nice little look. So that's Maushold. Next up, we got Lapras. Max HP, max attack. We're running choice specs, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry against those water types, and Ancient Power, as a lot of his team was weak to rock, and you could use this against the Avalugg, you could use this against Squawkabilly, Jump Pluff. A lot of things were either weak to rock or ice, so that's why we're running that. So pretty solid attacking set. Just needed a special attacker this week and Water Absorb as the ability to clean up against Tentacruel and other things that, you know, want to dish out some water damage against my team. To round out as the third Mon we're bringing against Josh, we're having the Choice Trio. We got the Scarf, we have the Band, we have the Specs. So this is the Scarf. Again, 110 base speed on Dodrio, pushing that thing upwards to the 350 ranges. This thing with a Scarf is going to tie a Scarfed Jump Pluff. So again, this thing outspeeds literally everything. We're maxing the attack, and we're going Knockoff, Brave Bird, Thrash, and Jump Kick. Now, we're going Tangled Feet as the ability. It gets bonus evasiveness when it's confused. Thrash is basically the normal type Outrage, so once after 2 or 3 attacks we confuse ourselves, it's kind of a boon, you know? We confuse ourselves, we get that sweet 100% accurate stab at base 120 power, and we get that chance for a little bit of defensiveness, which is pretty cool. So that is Dodrio. After that, you know, we got to look at some defensive options. Hitmonchan's up next. We're running the Assault Vest, going essentially max HP, max attack with that Adamant nature, and getting the special defense, just a little bit of additional points into there so that it could help boost itself with the Assault Vest. We're running Earthquake, Ice Punch, Close Combat, and Rapid Spin for those hazards. And after 1 speed buff, this thing will outspeed a max speed. Basically, it will outspeed max speed everything on his team apart from like a max speed Tentacruel. So, you know, the 1+ speed on this is pretty good, and Inner Focus is being run as the ability, as it prevents us from getting intimidated from Squawk ability, and also prevents us from getting flinched in case he wants to run some hacks with Dunsparce and that Serene Grace BS. So we're prepped for that with Inner Focus. Really like the Hitmonchan this week. It's going to be sort of our pseudo special tanky attacker. Nice bulky boy. Rounding out the defenses for the team this week, we have Claydol coming in, 248 HP, max defense with the plus into it, as well as 8 into defense. You might notice this thing does not have a single attack aside from Rapid Spin. We're running 2 sets of Rapid Spin, and you might be wondering, Garrett, you know, you only have Dodrio, like, we get it, like longevity, that's cool. Yeah. The main thing though you should notice is that this is running Teleport, Trick Room. Okay, we don't really have too many slow threats besides Lapras, but we have Sandstorm with Smooth Rock. Now we're looking and you're thinking, I don't really get it. None of your Pokemon really benefit from Sandstorm. Why are you doing this? Well, that's a good question. And that's going to be definitely shown in our last set. Last set here, the set of the week. We're going to be doing these this season as we have brought a Togedemaru at level 1. That's right, a level 1 Togedemaru. As you can see from the stats here, its highest stat is HP with about 12. So it's got 5 speed. We're making sure that it's the slowest thing ever because we're going to be running it in Trick Room, hopefully. And this thing is immune to Sandstorm. And you're thinking, that's cool. And it is cool because with level 1, we have Endeavor. This is the next level strat. We've been doing some labbing on Showdown. It's funny what type of insane stuff you can find on there. Endeavor. You get Sturdy proc. Okay, that's cool. Shell Bell as the item to fully restore our health and get back to Sturdy. And then the Sandstorm from Claydol ticks them down for the remaining percentage. It's kind of diabolical and I love it. Spiky Shield to get that extra chip in case Sandstorm's not there. And just to scout. Nuzzle to provide some quick paralyze action in case we need it, and Encore just to be, again, a nuisance. If we can tell that they're just going to spam recovery moves, we can also hit them with an Encore, swap out, find ourselves in a favorable position. So that's the team. It's pretty crazy, but we're just going to see what we can do with it. I'm very excited to try out this gimmicky strat. I mean, honestly, it's foolproof. Like, I say that, but it really depends on Claydol being able to facilitate this. And from there, Togedemaru, there's not really much besides Rotom, which resists Endeavor, and Nidoqueen, which resists Sandstorm. So those are basically the only two Pokemon that are immune to this strategy. So I figured this would be the best time to start it. So without further ado, let's just see how we do in our first game of the season. Okay, so we have Claydol, Togedemaru, level 1, Hitmonchan, Maushold, Lapras, and Dodrio. He brings the Tentacruel, Ampharos, Nidoqueen, Jumpluff, Avalugg, and the Dunsparce. So far, we're actually loving it. The fact that we don't have to deal with Rotom is great. And the only Pokemon is Nidoqueen that's going to be able to really mess with us. So we're laughing. So we're just going to start off with our ace right away. We're going to start off with Claydol. So he goes into Jumpluff, and this is great. I'm thinking, like, what honestly are you going to do? Like, Leech Seed, set up a Swords Dance. That's fine. Set up in my face. Put up a Tailwind. Just, start firing off Giga Drains. Like, I'm going to live any hit. Like, it does not matter. Just do what you got to do. I'm just going to put up Sandstorm and go from there. It's so simple. It's such a simple tech. Switcheroo. Switcheroo. I did not know that one move was going to absolutely hinder me. To be fair, I didn't really think about that as an option. I've never really seen Josh run this type of Switcheroo gimping set before, really. So it's tough. So basically, right off the bat, we are hindered. We get off the Sandstorm, but he gets a Smooth Rock, so that's on you. You get that. So we're forced to switch, and then he hits us with a Sleep Powder, which is also just, he hits the 75%. Great. At this point, I'm not sure what to do. I'm just going to switch out again, knowing that he can't Sleep Powder me again. And I know this guy's a utility set at this point. So I'm thinking I'll just pull in the Dodrio. But seeing as though Elizabeth's coming out, we know the Thunderbolt's coming. So we got to swap, read that, and pull out Claydol. So now it's like we have a hindered Claydol who can only use one move at a time. Well, very fast, but still. And we now have one of our main offensive threats just asleep. So at this point, I'm going to teleport because I need to just reset momentum. And I don't really know what to put into... I don't really know what to do against this Tentacruel. It's just so beefy. So I figured even with the Sandstorm Grom, I would like to just hinder it because I know it doesn't have like the most reliable recovery. We got off a huge Endeavor against Elizabeth, and that is awesome. There's no way this thing has recovery. It's now just like basically dead. We can pull in our Lil Mac, which is Assault Vested. I know a Rapid Spin's going to kill this, so we're just going to play it safe and do it. And we're feeling pretty good. In comes Ampharos. So I'm thinking I'm +1 speed. I'm going to send off an Earthquake. This should kill it. No. This is the bulkiest Ampharos I've ever seen. So that's a little disheartening. I'm not too sure what I want to swap into this, but I'm just going to try and play this out. He then goes for Cotton Guard. To be honest, if you just kept Cotton Guarding and had like a rest set with this, I would cry. Like, I was trying to chomp through this as best as possible. He gets a crit on the Dazzling Gleam, so that does feel kind of bad. He protects to get a little bit more recovery up, but I mean, basically, the crit makes us not get an extra round of damage against this, but it's fine because we get him down to a range where Freeze Dry from Shelly can do the work. He brings out the water type. We're just going to try and do Freeze Dry again. And we find out that he's Assault Vested. So it does like a good amount of damage, but again, it's just not that good. So we're going to just pull Claydol out. We're going to try and set up another Sandstorm and go from there. Archie comes out. The Giga Drain, we read knowing he's going to try and get that. And we're just going to try and make Maushold just wake up if he can. We know Avalok's here. I know Rocky Helmet's coming. I know this, so I'm clicking U-turn because I had a feeling. I just knew I had a feeling. Turns out I'm right. It does. And here's the thing. I maybe misplayed here quite a bit because I think I should have gone into Dodrio because like besides Jump Bluff, like I found out that's a support set anyway, so it's not going to be doing too much damage. Like everything else on his team's pretty slow, and I'm pretty sure I needed Shelly in order to chew through this. So this is a big misplay on my part, and it, you know, props on JKkayy. Like he built a scary team. This thing just body press annihilates most of my team. So I think I should have pulled out the bird here. So that's quite a misplay, and that's really going to hurt us. But, you know, we still got to turn a Sandstorm up. So whatever's going to come out is going to die. Endeavor comes out. Great. Sandstorm does subside. I'm hoping for this thing just to U-turn, to be honest. He does try and Strength Sap, which, you know, again, I have like 7 attacks, so that's not going to do you anything. I get the Paralyze, which is awesome, but I know he's going to try and Switcheroo to get my Shell Bell up. That's why I'm trying to Spiky Shield as much as possible. He gets Paralyzed, which is great, and now we can just set up another Sandstorm. And at this point, because we're choiced, I'm just going to eat the Scald, hoping that this thing dies, because to be honest, if he just like kept rapid spinning and like waiting out the turns, that might have been a better play for him, because at this point I just wanted him to die. So thank you for scalding, because now we have 4 full turns where this evil mouse can rain havoc. Luckily we do not get burned with the Scald, and there goes Endeavor number 1. Sandstorm takes it off, and we're back to full health with Shell Bell. We get Spiky Shield again as we're trying to just protect from getting Switcherooed, and Sandstorm ticks down another one. We have another turn of Sandstorm left. We can't get paralyzed because we're electric, and then we get our health back again. So this is great, and the Sandstorm runs out again, which is just like having that smooth rock taken off of Claydol was beyond huge for him. Like he has no idea. Josh has no idea how much that saved him. Like this game would have been done if it wasn't for that stupid Dandelion. No flame, but like, damn, this really could have gotten away with it too if it weren't for that fluff, you know? So Jaws comes out. I'm hoping he just attacks. He's not going to attack. Roost comes out, and I know that he's just going to keep doing this, so goes for a Roost. I go for an Encore. So he's probably going to switch here. In this case, I think I should have switched, but we'll see. I go for the Nuzzle just in case he doesn't switch. I can maybe paralyze him and then hopefully have it so he paralyzes himself. We go for the Spiky Shield, but because we hit him the Ice Shelf with the Nuzzle, we're now no longer sturdy. So that's very big, and we don't have any trick room. So we basically have to hope that this thing gets paralyzed in the future. Maushold 4 comes out. Ice Cold Crash just kills this thing. And yeah, this was tough. I don't know. It was really hard to play around this. I guess at this point I probably should have just sacked Togedemaru, but it's hard to navigate when you're using memes. So Togedemaru coming back out, hoping for the paralyze. Do not get it. So that sucks. If we get the paralyze there, this game's done. Straight up. We get the Endeavor. Ice Shelf's gone. We still maybe pull away, but this thing is just so beefy. We get the jump kick, but that does nothing. Ice Cold Crash destroys me. And JK wins the battle. 2-0. And, you know, Dudunsparce and Ice Shelf left crippled, but still standing. So, yeah. That was a very good GG's. So we can go into what the steals were. I lost, so he protected his Nidoqueen. And, of course, I can't steal Tentacruel no matter how much I want to. So I decide to give away Cramorant. This bird is not the word. I'll tell you that straight up. And we get the Dunsparce. I maybe should have tried going with the Avalugg. I'm kind of like, you know, debating it now, but the Dunsparce has a really cool move pool, and I'm excited to do some gimmicks with this, knowing that it gets Roost, Serene Grace. Like, it's going to be a problem for some teams, hopefully. So looking forward to using the Dunsparce, and we get to say adios to Cramorant. So that is, we're okay with that. We're okay with that. So welcome to the squad, Dudunsparce. And yeah, there you go. It was a crazy game. I'm still a little salty that it didn't pull off. I mean, I almost think he got tipped off with that jump fluff switcheroo. Like that was the only thing I think that could have gone wrong with that strat. I didn't even foresee it. Like, that was so clean. But let's be fair. I shouldn't be trying to pull these gimmicks against a 10-season veteran and former champion, Josh. So you got me this time, and you know, it's sad I couldn't get you with my super gimmicky strat, but just you wait. Next time we face, I'm gonna pull out something even crazier, as you know I will. So we now start off the season 0-1. So, you know, we're not too unfamiliar with that. You know, we've had some rough starts before, but we get to now get the opportunity to play the commish, which we have not played against Noah in quite a bit, and I'm excited to really show him what we can do with this squad. So really looking forward to that game, and that will be coming up soon. So yeah, for now, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of you sticking around and supporting the content. It's really cool seeing everyone get back up with the videos and stuff, including me. So yeah, GG's again, Goldenrod Radio Rockets. Good luck with the rest of your season, and that was one hell of a game. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you around. Go Raichu!